Hey everybody, Dave here at Blueberries Games coming back to you to open up yet another Commander precon. Today will be the third of the four. Today is Faceless Menace. It is the black, green, blue precon deck from Commander. So let's go ahead and get started, and I got a little story to tell you today from my past. Not exactly the best story ever, but it's a doozy. So let's get started. First, we have our oversized Cadena, if I said that correctly. Alright. Take a look at the little insert. Now, I've never actually read any of these because I know how to play the game, and usually when I look at a deck I can tell the strategy, but you know, it tells you all the commanders and stuff like that come with this deck. Alright, let's open this up and I'll get started. And as you can tell, I have no nails, so it's hard to get these things open. Alright, now, today I'm going to tell you a small story. It's not exactly the brightest story when it comes to showing how some people are with magic. So this story is when I was younger, right around the time that Ice Age started. I got to tell you, I had a friend who was more of an acquaintance that lived down the street from me when I was younger. He decided one day he was going to go down to the local comic store. And at the local comic store, he decided he was going to buy an entire box of Ice Age. When I tell you that he was going to buy a box, I mean he was going to pretty much... He didn't make any money. No money. So I thought to myself, how in the world is this kid going to buy a box? He called me up that day and was like, I'm going to go get it. And I'll show you. So about 45 minutes later, because you know we were so young, we didn't have cars at the time. He drove his bike down, came back to my house, and lo and behold, there he was. He had an entire sealed box of Ice Age. Now, like I said, he had no money, so I had to ask him. He said, well, just come back to my house, we'll open it, and I'll explain to you. Here we go, opening this box, going through it. Now, at this time, there were only a few cards that had any real value for Ice Age, because this is when it first came out. So, nothing was really worth a whole lot. I think it was Jester's Cap, Jester's Mask, maybe Icy Manipulator, since it was reprinted and it had like a little bit of value. To me, I wanted the Cap, I wanted the Mask, and I think there was one other card I wanted, but I wasn't 100% sure. And at the time, he wanted things like Forces of Nature, or basically what they call Timmy Green cards. If you don't know what Timmy is the power gamer who likes really big, nasty creatures with trample, like 8/8s. So, we're opening this box. And I asked him over and over, how did you get the money for this? You know, I'm young. I don't have a job yet. I was 13, 14, or 15. I can't remember, but I didn't have a job. And he wouldn't answer me, And finally, I got it out of him. And he shows me this card. Now, I'm not privy to everything in the world, but at that age, I really wasn't, like, knowledgeable as far as what certain things were. And he showed me a stupid, what was called at the time, a bank card. It wasn't a credit card. It was basically a debit card that you could take money out of a Mac machine. At the time, they were called, not an ATM. You could take the money out. And I asked, whose card is that? And he told me, it's my father's. I went and I took the money out and I bought this box. And I asked him, did you ask? No, he owes it to me. Now, I didn't go into all the details as to why he thought he owed it to him, but I do remember his father rushing in the door because apparently his bank had called him and asked him if he had taken this money out, and he had not. Needless to say, he was never given permission. His father was super pissed, and he got in a whole lot of trouble, but he couldn't return it because he had already opened it. So I left that day, and I didn't hear from him for about 2 months. But before all that happened, I at least got the one card I wanted out of the box, which was a Jester's cap. As stupid as that was, because I happen to have a... What was it? What's the green 8/8 Trampler from Revised? Whatever it was. I happened to have the card he wanted. He happened to have a card I wanted for once, finally, after all that time. He had been playing the game for a couple years, and he just never really opened up anything worth any value or worth playing. The poor guy. So, I found out later he got grounded for, I think it was a month. At minimum, he had to go and work odd jobs to pay his father back because apparently he had taken the money out of his account and the money was supposed to pay for their mortgage. So that's the story I have today as far as my past experiences from when I was younger and playing Magic. I will say that I never really held on to that Jester's cap. I felt bad for the kid, so I gave it back to him so he could try to sell it. Unfortunately, he never sold it, and he ended up just giving it back to me. I won't divulge his name because it's not really worth it. But yep, that's what I had to deal with sometimes when I first started playing Magic. The other thing I want to talk about. I see a lot of you guys, you're watching the video. I don't see anybody making any comments. I'd like to ask for some constructive criticism. Anything that I can do to improve it to make your what I like to call Magic Christmas viewing more enjoyable. I'd like to get this thing rolling. I'd like to ask for a couple things. Besides criticism, maybe some helpful comments. I forgot to ask for people if they'd like this, what they see, to subscribe to the channel so we can get the ball rolling on that. To like it, any videos that you like. Please don't dislike the ones you don't like. Just let me know what you didn't like about them and I'll change them going forward. And possibly share them on your social medias, your Twitters, your Facebooks, whatever you have. I'd like to get this to go because the more you guys like the videos, the more I'll do. I've got a lot of products sitting here right behind me that I'd like to open up for you. I like to do it more rapidly rather than once a week or maybe even twice a week. I'd like to go ahead and do a little bit more with it. And I'd like you guys to like it. So, I ask that of you. Share them out, like things. Give me some constructive feedback. Don't be just critical and, you suck. I don't really want to hear that. I'd like you to tell me what you don't like. So, that's what I'd like for you guys to do. I'd like to get this to be, I'd like to see some support for the little guy, not the, big old places out there doing this. They're opening up boxes from 25 years ago because, they can afford it because, they're big businesses. I'm a little business. I'd like to, keep that going, but I'd like to be a little bit, more with it. Get a little bit more product in and open up a little bit more for you guys. Maybe some older stuff. Possibly try to get my hands on some of that. Either way. So go ahead, like, share, all that good stuff. Please, I would appreciate it. Alright, but back onto this, the Commander deck. This is one of the two. I didn't really like what I saw out of the Commander, except for two of them. This is the first of the two. I did not actually open the other one yet. This is the third of the four, and when I open up the fourth one, I'll actually go through that one a little bit more. I really like the one I haven't opened yet. So let's see what else we got here. So yeah, please do that for me, and my next video will actually not be a Commander deck. I actually plan on opening a Core 2020 box, and I've been doing some research on the Core 2020 boxes, and I've got a little bit of information that I found out about them that I will go over with you as I'm opening the box. I found it very interesting. I did not see this as the case. I didn't understand that it would happen or it would be an issue, but I did hear a couple things about the Corsair 2020 that I'm going to go over as I open it. Alright. I love this card. I play a lot of blue draw. I love the fact that a land can give it so I don't have a maximum hand size. I was looking at the Throne of Eldraine stuff. A lot of cards from blue are touting the no maximum hand size, and I'm kind of digging on that. I know a lot of people are saying that Throne of Eldraine does not look very good. I myself am in disagreement. Of course, I'm a blue player, and I'm looking at some of the blue cards. I mean, I think it was a 2-to-cast 5/4 flyer that they made, and I'm kind of digging on it. So that was every card. It doesn't look too bad. I'll show you guys the foils again, the commanders. Volrath. In fact, that was somebody from way back in the day. I think it was Tempest. With Volrath Spite. And I believe this is the person that is supposed to be your main commander. You could obviously do anything you want when you upgrade the deck. But this is an interesting one. So that's the deck. This one is the Morph deck. Supposedly Kadama, or Kadena, as you will, is supposed to be the main commander. So that's every card. I'm going to go ahead and ask again. Please go ahead and send any comments of any criticisms, but try not to be harsh about it. Just be nice. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, so I can make some changes. And please do me the favor, like, share, all that good stuff. Let's get the word out there. I'm going to try to take over as the person who unboxes products for you guys, for what I like to call Magic Christmas. So until next time, when I go ahead and do Magic 2020 unboxing, I will see you guys later.